Hello friends, today we will solve few MCQ problem. The problem statement is the Norton's equivalent impedance between terminals A and B in the circuit is. See, this circuit includes Hello friends, today we will solve multiple choice questions. The problem statement is the Norton's equivalent impedance between the terminals A and B in the circuit is. So our objective is to find out Rn. So this Rn is Norton's equivalent resistance, and this resistance is measured between the terminals A and B looking back into the network by removing all energy sources. So if we have voltage source, that voltage source should be replaced by short circuit, and if we have current source, that current source should be replaced by open circuit. So this is the ideal scenario. If voltage source is represented with some magnitude with series resistance, then that voltage source is replaced by its internal resistance. Similarly, if current source is represented with a resistance in parallel, then while removing the current source, that current source is simply replaced with internal resistance. So with this one, whatever the equivalent circuit is there, that equivalent circuit comes out to be like this one. So this is 3Z4. Now here we have the short. That means the voltage source is replaced by short circuit. Now this value is as it is, that is 4 in series with a capacitor, and its impedance or the capacitive resistance is given by minus J5. Okay, that means here you have J5 ohm, this is 4 ohm, this is J4, all the values are in ohms. Okay, and these are the two terminals A and B, and between this A and B we have to measure the Norton's resistance. Now in this case we have to measure the Norton's impedance, so I will write it is Zn. Now since we have to measure the impedance from right to left, our simplification should be from left to right. Okay, that means Zn, which is essentially the Rn for a resistive circuit, is equal to, now this 3 and J4 are in series, so it is 3 plus J4, and this series combination is in parallel with 4 minus J5, since this 4 and minus J5 are in series. So if we simplify this one, this comes out to be 3 plus J4 into 4 minus J5 divided by 3 plus J4 plus 4 minus J. So straightway if we multiply this one, we'll use the calci while simplifying. 4 minus J5 divided by, so 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 minus J5, okay, that means here 7, so it is 7 minus J1. Now, in order to simplify this equation, we have to use the calculator. So let us select the mode as the complex. Then the first bracket in the numerator is 3 plus 4i, complete the bracket. In second bracket, 4 minus I, complete the bracket, divided by, in the denominator you have 7 minus I, complete the bracket. Okay, that means what we are doing is we are just solving the Zn. So then your shift plus equal. So value comes out to be 4.527. 4.527 means I will write 503. Then shift equal, that is 9.92. That much ohms. Okay, so with this one your option A is a correct one. So what we did here is, for finding the Norton's equivalent impedance, we have removed the voltage source, we have drawn the equivalent circuit, then we have measured the impedance from right to left, we have simplified the network from left to right. 3 and J4 are in series, 4 minus J5 are in series, and both these impedances are in parallel. So we have written this equation. We have retained the numerator as it is, whereas in the denominator we have 3 plus 4 is 7, J4 minus J5 is minus J1, and then we have solved this particular equation. Okay. Now here problem statement is to find the value of the source E in volts. Now here, if we select the option as say node analysis. So in node analysis, we will determine the nodal voltages. Okay, so here you have the node. Suppose this is my node X. If I assume the nodal voltage V, then this current is straightaway given. It is the incoming current at node X. Let it be say I1. This current is again incoming of value 2 ampere. If I write say I2, whereas this is the unknown current, I will write say I3. So my KCL equation is nothing but sum of incoming currents, that is I1 plus I2 is nothing but outgoing current I3. Now I1 is 1 ampere, I2 is 2 ampere, whereas I3 is this current. So current is potential difference divided by resistance. So potential difference is V minus 0, because this potential is a reference potential of 0 volt. So this is V minus 0 divided by 6. Okay, that means your equation is 3 is equal to V by 6, or V is equal to 18 volts. Now what are the question is there? That question is to find out E. Now this source E, which is unknown at present, is delivering the current of 2 ampere through 6. So that means your equation is I6 is nothing but 2 ampere. Now since the direction is from right to left, E is dominating over V. That means now the current equation is potential difference, that is nothing but E minus V divided by 6. So if you put the value of phi there, so it is E minus 18 by 6 is equal to 2. So this is 12 is equal to E minus 18, or E is equal to 30 volt. That means if we simply use the node analysis, whatever your answer is there, the option is B. Now this is by using node analysis. If you click say method mesh analysis in the exam, even you can use that mesh analysis. So in a mesh analysis, our focus is for applying the KVL, whereas for node analysis the focus is to apply the KCL. Now there are two loops. So this is say loop 1, this is loop 2. Now I will assume the loop current and loop directions. So this is say I1, this is I2. Now, if you observe the loop 1 properly, so in a loop 1, your current is nothing but 1 ampere. And the loop current we have assumed as I1. So, my first equation is I1 is equal to 1 ampere. So, if I apply the KVL at loop 2, what is the KVL? Kirchhoff's voltage law. Algebraic summation of potentials around the closed path that is equal to 0. Now, for this particular loop, your self resistance is 12. 6 plus 6, that is 12, whereas the current is I2. So 12 I2. Mutual resistance is 6, so the drop is minus 6 I1, that is equal to a battery potential. So battery potential is nothing but E, but this E is forcing the current in this direction. Okay, whereas the loop current is in opposite direction. So that's why this polar must be a minus E. Now the value of I2. So if I will write just this is equation 1 for this mesh analysis. This is equation 2. Now again, if you observe this loop 2, now we have assumed the loop current clockwise of value I2, but this source is delivering the current 2 ampere anti-clockwise direction. That means just from the inspection, what I am getting is I2 is equal to minus 2 ampere. Already you have I1 is nothing but 1 ampere. So if we use the values of I1 and I2 in equation 2, my equation comes out to be 12 into minus 2 minus 6 into 1, that is equal to minus E. So this is minus 24 minus 6 is equal to minus E. So minus 30 is equal to minus E. That means E comes out to be 30 volt. Okay, that means in order to solve the problems, you can have the option either the node analysis or mesh analysis. So your option B for this problem is correct one. Here problem statement is to find the value of ZAB. That is, we have to determine the impedance between terminals A and B. Now the direction is left to right. So simplification must be from right to left. So ZAB is nothing but, now this 4J and 4 are in parallel. So it is 4J is in parallel with 4, and that parallel combination is in series with minus 2J. Okay, that means if you simplify this one, so it is, I will take 4 first. 4 into 4J parallel combination divided by 4 plus 4J minus 2J. So this comes out to be, so 4 into 4J is J16 divided by 4 plus 4J minus 2J. Now if I take the LCM, I will multiply this minus 2J with this bracket. So you have J16 minus 2J into 4 plus 4J divided by 4 plus 4J. Okay, so let us simplify this bracket. So J16 minus J2 into 4 is 8J. Now it is a minus. Now this is 2J into 4J is nothing but 8J square. And since J square is minus 1, this term comes out to be 8 divided by 4 plus 4J. So let us check. So minus J16 minus J8 or 8J, then minus, and this plus is minus, but J square is minus 1, so it is plus 8. So your equation is 8 plus J8 divided by 4 plus 4J. Okay, so this is the value of ZAB. Now you have to again convert this value. So let us select the mode it is the complex mode. So numerator, put that term in bracket, 8 plus 8i, complete the bracket, divided by denominator bracket 4 plus 4i, complete the bracket. Okay, then shift plus equal, so your value is 2, this is the magnitude, then shift equal, the angle is 0. Okay, that means for this particular circuit, whatever your impedance ZAB is nothing but 2 ohm. That means that reactive term gets cancelled. So whatever your option is there, that option is B. Here problem statement is current